We're deep into 2025. You'd think we'd have moved past the classic old-school CV by now. Maybe some kind of neural link that just beams your qualifications directly into a hiring manager's brain. Well, we're not quite there yet. The reality is that a single-page document, or maybe 2 pages if you're really experienced, is still the very first and often the most critical handshake you have with a potential employer. It's the digital first impression, and believe me, it carries a ton of weight. A great CV doesn't just list what you've done, it tells a story about what you can do for them. It's the key that unlocks the door to the interview room. But here's the thing. The way that first impression is judged has changed a lot. It's not just a human recruiter glancing at it for 6 seconds anymore. Now, your CV has to get past sophisticated AI gatekeepers, applicant tracking systems, before a person even sees it. Chapter 1. All right, kicking things off at number 5, but it's more damaging now than ever to use a generic, one-size-fits-all CV. This is the mistake of downloading a template, plugging in your information and firing it off to dozens of companies. It's efficient, I get it, but in 2025, efficiency without effectiveness is just a fast track to the rejection pile. It's a huge red flag for recruiters and a non-starter for AI. Think about it from the recruiter's perspective. They're sifting through hundreds, sometimes thousands of applications. When they see a CV with a summary that says, "A highly motivated professional seeking a challenging role to utilize my skills and contribute to company growth," their eyes just glaze over. It's the vanilla ice cream of CV summaries. It tells them nothing specific about you or why you're a fit for this role. It screams you haven't done your homework and are just casting a wide, indiscriminate net. Compare that generic line to something tailored. A digital marketing manager with 5 years of experience in the SaaS industry specializing in driving user acquisition through targeted SEO and content strategies, seeking to apply my expertise to grow brand X's market share. See the difference? One is a platitude, the other is a direct pitch. It immediately connects your experience to the company's specific needs. The AI, the applicant tracking system, is even less forgiving. These systems are programmed with the specific requirements and keywords from the job description. When your CV is filled with generic fluff, it lacks the precise terminology the ATS is searching for. It's looking for SaaS SEO and user acquisition, not a highly motivated professional. Your generic CV fails the keyword match test before it even begins. A human might never even know you applied. So, how do you fix this? The first practical step is to completely rewrite your professional summary for every single application. Yes, every single one. Chapter 2. Coming in at number 4 is a mistake that can make you invisible to recruiters. Literally, I'm talking about ignoring the applicant tracking system, or ATS. In 2025, assume almost every medium to large company uses one. An ATS is software that acts as a digital filter for HR. It scans your CV. It parses the information. It ranks your CV against the job description based on match. If your score is too low, you're out. It's that simple. The core function of an ATS is keyword matching. Think of it like a search engine recruiter inputs a query. Keywords like Python, financial modeling, agile methodology, content marketing. The system spits out candidates whose CVs contain those terms. If the essential keywords from the job description are missing from your CV, you might as well have submitted a blank page. You are functionally invisible to the hiring process at that company. So how do you find these magic keywords? Your primary source is the job description itself. Read it carefully, multiple times. Print it out and highlight the skills. Highlight the technologies. Highlight the qualifications. These are your primary keywords. If it says experience with Salesforce is a must, then Salesforce better be on your CV if you have that experience. Your research shouldn't stop there. Look for patterns, go to LinkedIn, and look up people with the title you're applying for at that company, or look at similar companies. What keywords and phrases do they use in profiles and skill sections? This gives insight into industry and company language. Finally, browse the company's website, blog, press releases, About Us page. This helps you pick up company culture and values you can weave in. Once you have your list, integrate keywords naturally into your CV. Sound like a skilled professional, not a robot. Gaming the system. Best places to add keywords. Professional summary skills section. Bullet points describing work experience. Example: instead of managed projects, say managed cross-functional projects using agile methodology to deliver on time. Warning, don't keyword stuff. Okay, at number 3, we have what I think is the most common mistake that separates an average CV from a great one. It's the difference between a passive document and an active one. I'm talking about listing your job duties instead of showcasing your achievements. A duty is what you were supposed to do. An achievement is what you actually accomplished and the impact it had. Recruiters don't hire people to just fill a role. They hire people to make a difference. Let's look at a concrete example. Responsible for managing the company's social media accounts. Okay, that tells me your function. It's a job duty, but it tells me nothing about how well you did it. Were the accounts successful? Did you grow the audience? Did it lead to sales? It's a completely flat statement that could describe a top performer or a bottom performer. There's no way to know. Now let's rewrite that same bullet point to focus on achievement. Grew company's Instagram following by 40%, from 10,000 to 14,000 in 6 months by implementing a data-driven content strategy and consistent community engagement. Whoa. Now that's a different story. This version is packed with information. It shows the action you took, the metric you improved, and the result it produced. It proves your competence and quantifies your value. The best way to transform your duty-based bullet points into achievement-based ones is to use a simple framework. You may have heard of the STAR method situation, task action result for interviews. You can adapt this for your CV bullets. For each point, you want to clearly state the action you took and the quantifiable result it produced. Think of it as an action plus result formula. Start your bullet points with strong action verbs like increased, launched, optimized, reduced, negotiated, led. Instead of wrote blog posts for the company website, try authored and published 20+ SEO optimized blog posts, resulting in a 300% increase in organic search traffic in 1 year. Instead of handled customer support inquiries, try resolved an average of 50+ customer support tickets per day with a 95% customer satisfaction rating, exceeding team targets by 10%. A common pushback I hear is, but my role wasn't in sales. I don't have numbers like that. I promise you, you do. You just have to dig for them. Every role has outcomes. All right, we're at number 2. This one might seem superficial, but I guarantee you it has a huge impact. It's all about poor formatting and a lack of visual clarity. Your CV isn't just a container for information. It's a piece of design. Good design makes information easy to consume. Bad design creates friction and frustration. For a recruiter who has 30 seconds to skim your document, friction is fatal. The primary job of your CV's format is to be effortlessly skimmable. A recruiter should be able to glance at it and immediately find your name, your most recent job title, your key skills, your education. If they have to hunt for this information because of weird fonts, tiny text, a cluttered layout, you've already lost them. They'll just move on to the next one in the stack that doesn't give them a headache. So, let's establish some ground rules. These are 5 concrete, non-negotiable rules for clean formatting. First, choose one and only one professional and readable font: Calibri Arial, Helvetica Garamond. No Comic Sans, no script fonts. Consistency is everything. Use the same font throughout. Second, font size matters. Body text, 10 to 12 pt, headers 14 to 16 pt, and bolded to create hierarchy. This helps guide the reader's eye through the document. Third, clear section headers and generous white space. Don't cram everything together. Fourth, bullet points are your best friend. Use bullets for achievements, not paragraphs. Keep bullet formatting, consistent, same indentation, same bullet style. Fifth, always send your CV as a PDF. PDFs preserve layout across devices. Word docs can break on different systems. And that brings us to the number one mistake, the one that is the easiest to avoid, yet somehow still incredibly common. This is the ultimate credibility killer: typos, grammatical errors, basic unprofessionalism, silly email address. You could have the most impressive achievements and the most beautiful formatting, but a glaring typo can undo all of that hard work in an instant. It's the digital equivalent of showing up to an interview with a giant coffee stain on your shirt. It sends a very clear and very negative message about your attention to detail. Recruiters will question your ability to handle tasks that require precision. It suggests carelessness. It suggests a lack of professionalism. It suggests a lack of respect for the opportunity. It completely undermines your credibility. It's not just about spelling grammatical errors, punctuation mistakes, inconsistent capitalization. These small errors break the flow and chip away at your professional image. In a competitive market, recruiters look for any reason to narrow the candidate pool. These mistakes are the easiest justification for the no pile. The second part is unprofessional contact information. Email you made in middle school, surfer dude, 89 or kitty cat HXO, immediate red flag. Your CV is a formal business document. The fix, a rigorous multi-step proofreading checklist before you hit send. Step 1. Run spell check and grammar check. Grammarly, word processor. Step 2. Read your CV out loud slowly. Step 3. Put it away 24 hours, then review with fresh eyes. Step 4. Get someone else to read it. Friend, family member, mentor, career coach. Step 5. Create a professional email for job search. First name, last name, or F last name. Attention to detail is not a skill you list, it's a skill you demonstrate. Your CV is your first demonstration. So there you have it, the top 5 CV mistakes that are holding people back in 2025. From using generic templates, ignoring the ATS, just listing duties, sloppy formatting. These are the hurdles that separate the thank you for your application emails from the interview invitations. Attention to detail and personalization are what turn CVs into interview invites. Update one section this week. Tailor, quantify, proofread, and you'll beat more candidates and AI filters. If you found this useful, subscribe and check the description for templates and an ATS keyword checklist. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.